the takedown of the No Jumper Crips. Check it out.
All right, so it does look like Brick Baby and Loose Cannon have been arrested by federal agents as a part of a huge RICO indictment against the Rolling 60s Crips of Los Angeles. And their leader, Big Eugene Henley, and about 20 other people are also included in this indictment.
To announce federal criminal charges against Eugene Henley Jr., a career criminal known as Big U.
This ain't looking good, y'all. So I dropped a video on this one the other day, I think yesterday, but someone said, man, why are you talking down on Big U? Man, he's a thug. You heard the feds. He's a career criminal. I mean, he has the background. I think he's probably even been to prison. And I seen him on the corner, harassing people that are trying to film a movie or shoot some film. He's telling them to check in. Like, damn, you own the whole block? You know what? To this, I say good. Take these gang members down and let's clean up these streets for once. How about that?
Who used his contacts and leadership role in the Crips criminal street gang.
So the person at the center of this whole thing is obviously Big U, the person that they're saying is the leader. And for those who don't know, Big U is said to be responsible for the death of Nipsey Hussle. This is what a lot of people are saying.
That's crazy right there.
And it's because he keeps changing his story about the day that Nipsey Hussle died.
We actually was on 6th Ave with 100 cars. We got all the streets blocked. We waiting on UK to come out the house. Everybody phone blowing up. Nip got hit. We flying up there. We fly up there and we see the scene.
And then like later on, he would forget he said that. And then he'd go on live on IG and say that he wasn't even in town the day that Nipsey died.
Y'all was accusing me of shit that I ain't even do. And what's funny, I wasn't even in town. So figure that one out. But I ain't gonna address this shit.
And Nipsey Hussle was signed to Big U, to Big U's record label, and that contract was due to be up, and Nipsey Hussle wasn't going to re-sign.
Man, it seems like a Suge Knight Tupac conspiracy here, right?
So that provided motive, okay?
I signed him to it. It was signed to a 10-year production contract, which started in 2009, which would end 2019.
Crazy.
Hello.
And so Big U, among a bunch of other charges, is being charged with murder of some guy in Vegas also, which we're going to get to later on. But I want to go over these no jumper Crips.
What?
So Loose Canyon, Termaine Ashley Williams is being charged in violation of Title 18 U.S. Code Section 1951A, which makes it a federal crime to rob businesses.
What?
And he talked about this on the No Jumper podcast with the 16 of Nashua. And this is direct evidence. Look at this.
We go and do something, and the same niggas we do it to show up to the house like 10 minutes later when we trying to, counting everything, right?
Split the money up, right?
Apparently I guess he went on some weed heist and robbed some weed dispensary. And then that's, so he's getting charged with robbery of the weed dispensary. But
do you hear what we're listening to here? You're watching this dude tell it on a podcast. It's put across the United States, the world, should I say. And then you were listening to a guy making a YouTube video describing the said case. These dudes put all their info out there for the whole world to see and to dissect. You think the feds ain't watching? This is crazy. This is actually happening, but this is the America we live in 2025.
Because Big U benefited from this, because Loose Cannon cut Big U in, and because Big U coordinated it, that makes it to where it's a federal, it's like, it's a RICO conspiracy. And so Brick Baby got sort of caught doing the same thing. He was robbing people for Big U, giving Big U money, and then talking about it. And so they got him on wiretap talking about it. So that's not good. And I hear that Brick Baby is a part of an ongoing separate indictment investigation for something totally separate.
Lil Durk.
So Brick Baby is not doing too good right now. And so this is crazy. The no jumper Crips are all locked up. Every single one of them. Crip Mac, 4 Extra, Loose Cannon, Brick Baby, they're all locked up. All the no jumper Crips. They're all sitting in that box. And so I'm seeing a pattern here, okay? I'm afraid that No Jumper has become a law enforcement tool to put people in jail. Whoa. And so for that reason, I think it's important to catch you guys up on all the drama and stuff that's been happening up until leading up to this, because there has been a lot of self-snitchery going on, a lot of crazy stuff that led up to this that I want you guys to know about. And I want to start by introducing you guys to 600, aka Officer Lovejoy. This is a Rolling 60s member.
If you find yourself in the gym, you can always call me.
So basically what you guys need to understand about this guy 600 is that he is a Rolling 60s Crip that used to hang around with Big U and do everything that Big U said. But Big U always used to mark him out and treat him like a little ass bitch.
Listen, man, I don't think y'all know this, bro. If anybody got anything to say about the big homie, cuz I'm on him. Like I told y'all before.
You better start acting like that.
Anybody got anything to say about the big homie, I'm on him. Fuck the
you
internet.
Better start acting like that.
So 600 was treated like a mark by Big U, and this caused 600 to have a grudge against Big U. And he turned against him and stuff and started saying that he was responsible for Nipsey's murder. He said he was responsible for other murders. He said he was basically trying to get the cops to lock Big U up in a cell. That's pretty much what 600's been trying to do for years now. And that's pretty much all you need to know about 600. Now, Wack Three Fingers, Wack 100, he doesn't like Big U either because Big U was mean to him and used to mark him out all the time. And we have proof of that.
Yo, Wack, what's up with this screenshot that Traplo Ross sent me of you begging Big U not to kill you?
Listen to the tone of Adam 22. That's the first thing I picked up on this, y'all, when he's telling Wack 100 this. I ain't gonna lie, this dude right here is his diabolical, beyond diabolical. But Adam Grand Mason is the guy profiting from a lot of this. Hey, you know what? These dudes did it to themselves, but they're on his platform. He uses them, co-host, whatever, and gets content out of them. And then he speaks to them like this.
That's cap. That's AI.
It's in the indictment. It's in the indictment that you were saying, don't do this. My wife, my kids in the car. Draws. Don't do this.
That's not a text message.
So Three Fingers Wack and six.
He's like, hey, hell, they know that situation right there. Hey, that's messed up though, right? With the wife and the kids. They, at least Wack's alive. You say what you got to say. But at least nothing bad happened there in that case. It's messed up.
600 got tired of being victims. And so they actually started bonding with each other over their hatred for Big U. And so their whole friendship is pretty much based on their hatred of Big U and their need to just get him locked up. You know what I mean? And that goes for anyone. Wack Three Fingers is pretty much friends with anyone that hates Big U. That's how he became Loose Cannon's friend, because Loose Cannon turned on Big U because he said that Big U was doing police stuff.
Man, this is crazy right here.
So anyone that turns on Big U or anyone that hates Big U is like, Wack Three Fingers loves them. Now, I want to explain what happened on No Jumper. So about a week ago, 600, aka Officer Lovejoy, was doing some detective work, some police work. And he went on Instagram and made a video where he implicated Big U in an open murder case.
I'm just wondering whatever happened to this case. So let's just read through the case. Police, homicide suspected. So, the detectives and investigation releasing information to the family. You know what I'm saying? The family released stuff to me and like that.
So Officer Lovejoy is online trying to solve a homie, and he's wearing hair extensions.
What?
That's not his real hair. These are fake. This is fake hair that he put in. He's a very zesty guy. You guys should go look at some of his content he makes with Three Fingers Wack. Some of the most homoerotic. Actually, I want to show you a clip of the boxing match. I want to show you a clip of when he was in the sanctioned boxing. 600 was in a sanctioned boxing match against a person half his size. The fight gets called, and then everyone storms the ring, and Three Fingers Wack wrestles him to the ground and starts giving him physical, manly affection on the ground horizontally.
What?
I got to show you this. Look at how fucking huge Lovejoy is compared to his opponent that he just beat because his opponent just quit.
Oh, he's crazy.
No, they congratulated.
So Wack Three Fingers dives into the ring to celebrate with his man, and he tackles him to the ground. He starts crawling all over his half-naked body. That's fucking crazy.
What?
And that's what happened, as you can see in this video. And so it's obvious that Three Fingers Wack loves Officer Lovejoy. Now, I want to play this next clip. This is the 16 of Nashua reacting to Officer Lovejoy doing police activity, even though he's a Crip. And so the 16 is going to start politicking with his Crip homies, and I want to show you this immediately.
When I see Lovejoy basically putting a murder on Big U and claiming that he's looking for information about it or whatever, this is very confusing to me. Like, how in any way is this acceptable?
Yeah, like, I don't care what.
Big U, Eugene Henley's DNA came back on her son's fingernails.
What the hell? Hey, I'm all for it. I don't even want to say it's all content at the end of the day, because this is someone that was unalive, but it says right here in his Instagram, DNA from Big U found on fingernails of unalive football player. Crenshaw High School letterman RP Rayshawn Williams. So they're saying he's doing police work. Hey, don't do the crime, then you have to do the time.
Wait, what? 600, I fuck with you.
Nah.
But this is strange.
This is strange.
So the 16 and Brick Baby are calling out Lovejoy for his police-like activity. And what happens next is Three Fingers Wack and Lovejoy call in on a three-way call so that they can start talking about police stuff. Look at this. And Brick Baby gets so upset by this that he walks off the show.
It's something serious for him to walk off. Whoa.
Because the 16's obviously doing
Rick,
too much.
the one who told 600 first.
Who? About what?
About Big U's alleged body, maybe?
Huh? Bro, I'm not
we got
finna
600
talk
on the
about,
line.
listen,
Man, they are saying this, y'all. They are saying this on a podcast. And of course, I'm not defending any criminals, but I'm just saying this is wild to be on a podcast throwing accusations, spreading more, giving more fuel to this said fire of this dude 600 being, doing these investigations. This is wild, y'all. And if they say it on a podcast, this is being seen by many people, if not millions, at least 100,000 plus. You think the police ain't watching and listening too?
I'm not talking about big. Listen, Adam. I'm finna walk out the door. I'm not talking about no fucking murder case.
Wait, I just want to hear. Let's hear what 600 says.
I never even knew he died. Your Brick Baby told me that.
Don't forget your jacket at least.
So Three Fingers Wack and Lovejoy.
This was it. Don't forget your jacket. Hey, one thing about Lush, he got some of the most oddest, dumbest, but funniest, ad-libs y'all in the game.
Want to talk about open cases, and, on live podcasts. They don't care if, that's considered snitching or not. They don't care. They are helping the police at this point. And Brick Baby's not standing for it. Brick Baby's keeping it G. He walks off. He gets mad. He says, I ain't talking about no open murders up in this motherfucker. Y'all finna get me locked up on another murder that y'all ain't even talking about, cuz. On the dead homies, y'all talk about an open murder, cuz. Out 6L West Side, bro. So he's getting upset. And he's not the only one. Loose Cannon got upset about this too. And this is what made Loose Cannon turn on Lovejoy.
Listen, I do not agree with nobody talking about an open case. Dead homies. Don't put me involved in that. I separated and removed myself from any nigga that's doing that. Neighborhood crib.
And Loose Cannon.
See, and you're bringing more attention to the situation. I've seen it many times, y'all. Big time, scandals and even local stuff, people getting drugged through the mud and all kinds of stuff, right? But the more you speak about it, the more you give it attention, the more people talk about it. This dude right here thinks he's taking himself out of the situation, yet he's actually giving more attention to the said case.
Cannon's not only calling out Lovejoy, he's calling out Wack 100. What? And Wack 100 started getting a lot of heat, a lot of backlash for participating in what Lovejoy was doing, and he's been confronted about that as well.
Went our rooms and in the murder mystery rooms, and they've been running it. So after they run it, 600 to grab it,
right,
and go through it. But I will tell you this: the family talks to 600, and it's a lot he haven't said.
Really,
a whole lot.
So your money is on Big U being locked up for this at some point.
Man, listen, bro, I don't risk jail on nobody, but the way this is looking, the way this is going, and listen, he ain't the only one.
So Three Fingers Wack was not happy about getting called out by Loose Cannon.
He knows. Wack 100 knows. You can just tell. And shout out to Point and Shoot, one of the most best channels on YouTube, to be honest. Man, wish the dude would make more content, right? But this dude right here, is piecing it together from what these guys are saying. There's many more people involved, and there's a damn RICO case and all these arrests. And then here's this guy saying it. This is just classic. Not even classic. I'm just saying this is, I don't know what to call this, y'all. This is crazy to see this unfold in real time with the arrest. And man, what's next? We already know the trials and the guilty situations, whoever's guilty, and the end of this all.
For participating with Lovejoy in this police activity. And so one day, Loose Cannon decides to fake a police raid, to pretend that he got raided by the police so that he can post footage to the internet to get clout. And so this video posted by his wife to his YouTube channel shows all these cops walking around his neighborhood, and she's saying that it's because of that they're there because of Loose.
Oh my God, you guys. The entire block is surrounded. They will not let me come home. We have an entire police force outside. When my husband is home, I'm just praying that he's okay.
So this sounds pasted on. This audio sounds composited onto the video. It doesn't sound like she's on scene. She sounds like she's in a bathroom.
You know what? Now that I think about it, it kind of does. Now with my in-ear monitors, sound like she is like in a restroom, or maybe she's in the car. Seems kind of odd. It doesn't sound like she's actually on the scene reporting this. So good catch, Point and Shoot. I concur.
If you play that back. So this was fraudulent. They found out, they looked up the real incident that was down the street. It was a hostage situation. And so it became obvious very quickly to everyone, to all the YouTube pages, the blogs, that this was faked. So I want to play you a clip of Loose Cannon explaining exactly what happened play by play. And this is one of the most amazing lie stories I've ever heard.
It's like they're taunting the feds. It's like they can't get off the internet. They can't stop making content, And I understand I'm a content creator myself, but damn, you got a lot at risk here. And you're just making videos antagonizing the federal agents. And then I even saw he did a jailhouse call-in with his wife. Man, some people just can't be quiet, y'all. Loose Cannon. Loose lips sync ships.
She see all the cones and everything around there, right? She called me. She was like saying it's a hostage situation. Baby, they talking about our house. Like, talk to him. I said, but film it just in case I come out the house and they shoot me. Just in case if I walked outside and they pop me and then shoot my baby. You get what I'm saying? So I'm thinking to myself, I'm trying to get ahead of the situation. Then the negotiator came and was trying to talk to me. They handcuffed me, put me in a car, and they was like, we're going to just check and see if it's a hostage situation. If it's not or whatever like that, we'll let you go.
So they had the hostage negotiator on scene before they confirmed that there was, in fact, a hostage situation. What? And so people are telling Wack Three Fingers that Loose Cannon is out here faking police raids, and Wack Three Fingers doesn't defend Loose or say, nah, he ain't. I don't even know that dude. He ain't doing no type of fake nothing like that at all. He didn't say nothing in defense of his friend. He didn't lie for him or anything like that. And so Loose Cannon hears that Wack Three Fingers isn't defending him or is sort of like making fun of him about faking this police raid. So then Loose Cannon starts acting like he is Wack 100's enemy now. But this is where things get a little problematic because in this next clip, the 16 is going to expose the fact that Loose Cannon and Wack 100 were never enemies. This was another play, another fake situation, and wait until you see the motive behind this operation.
Look at this.
Let me talk.
Dugar calls Cap and says, I hope Brick Baby don't fall for that little move that you and Wack pulling, acting like y'all not cool no more. And then Blue says, he will. And then puts a bunch of laughing emojis.
Damn, 22 is diabolical, y'all. There's Loose Cannon, there's Brick Baby. They're across from each other, and this dude's putting Loose on blast for basically trying to outmaneuver and screw over Brick Baby, I guess. Damn.
What do you take that as? So this is all part of a bigger play.
No, but they're not even.
Lush said brilliant. What an idiot.
And that's a private conversation with a dude that you don't even know that well, where you're basically telling them that this is all a play to line Brick up.
But it's not a play to line me up because this is the thing.
So basically the possibility is that Wack Three Fingers and Loose Cannon conspired to fake beef in order to get attention on the internet and also so that Loose Cannon can get close to Brick, win Brick's trust.
That does sound very plausible because I thought that their beef was fake. A lot of these people that make content, y'all, it's a lot of fake content, fake beefs, fake drama, to get more views. That's just the name of the game. It's how it works. But I concur. I think that Wack 100 and Loose Cannon were, faking this beef because I would even hear them talking crap to each other. I was like, man, these fools are just partners. And now they're like going back and forth, but they weren't really even dissing each other too hardcore, like a real beef. So I think this was fake in a sense, y'all. And there's actual screenshots of the conversation and them, plotting on Brick Baby. And I good job, Adam. He basically put them on blast.
So that they can become fake friends so that they can line him up.
Yep.
That's kind of diabolical, okay? Because you have these two Crips that are enemies that don't like each other, that are always threatening each other on the internet until now. Now they're on this podcast together talking about all this crazy shit. And then Wack Three Fingers is calling in and everything else. And this is where I think the feds just said, you know what? We got to take them down now. What? This is, you know what I mean? This is insane. This is a crazy thing that we're witnessing. I mean, everyone knows that the feds are watching No Jumper, so for them to be doing this is just insane. And so this next clip is crazy. This is where Brick Baby says that he's not worried about getting lined up by Loose Cannon because he's got a slam on him.
This is the thing. Anytime that me and Loose meet each other, we both ready to meet each other, obviously. So you get what I'm saying? It ain't even no shot of a doubt about that. And then it's like, look, check it out.
So Brick Baby says, well, be it Loose beat, we are ready to beat each other. Obviously, because I'm West Side Rolling. I got to. So, you know what I mean? He's basically saying that he's got it on him. That's pretty much what he's like peacocking or whatever. He's like flexing like, hey, don't think about trying to do nothing to me after this podcast because I got a gun on me. That's what I heard. And so in this next clip, we're going to actually see the gun. We're going to see Slam. He's going to show it. He's going to lean back, purposefully showing the butt of the Slam to Loose Cannon.
Oh, the M95 for show.
All right, M30, either one.
Boo! What about both? Shout out again to our boys over at Fried because
they definitely dictated the stream.
The gummies did their thingy thing. That's a fact. Yeah. We had some good fun, good clean fun.
Are y'all noticing the patterns, like the bricks and all this shit look a little different and all that?
You really feel like that?
These fools are something else. That fool messing with his hat. Shows the pistol, and then Loose looks at it. Tension in the air. FBI agents watching. And they're in Cali. And I don't believe this dude right here is licensed to carry or has a clean record to do so. And this is on a podcast on YouTube.
Yeah.
You said Compa was the one that get high off of like a little bit of shit and trip out. I'm starting to believe that you're the
how you ain't got tolerance after all these years?
And so it was only a few short hours later after this exact interaction that everyone was taken into federal custody on RICO charges. So that's pretty much the coverage now. The next day when all the news was breaking, the 16 came on the news and he had this to say.
Damn. It's a lesson though. Just we can hang out with gang members. I've never been so happy to like be a law-abiding citizen. Like, damn. we gotta stay far away from this type of shit,
That's
man.
crazy. You not far from it, brother.
Right. I gotta do porno. Appreciate y'all.
I slide by the boy house.
So at this point, I can't help but wonder what No Jumper's involvement in this case is going to be. Obviously, the 16 is going to be helping the prosecution, if anything. If his business is in any type of jeopardy at all, he's has made it very clear that he intends to help the police by any means necessary.
I'm gonna do whatever I gotta do to stay on good terms with the police department in this area.
Exactly. As you should, as any law-abiding citizen. But the point here, what people are saying is he's like in the mix though. So you want to use these guys, put them on your platform. They got a pistol on. I'm gonna be honest, y'all. If someone is around me in the close vicinity of me, and they're packing a pistol on themselves, and they don't tell me, that will piss me off, to be honest. Especially if they're like in a little room, and I'm in Texas, baby. Everybody over here got something on them. But the point is, either he knows they're strapped up in there, or he don't know. I'm pretty sure he does know, though. I'm pretty sure that Adam 22 is complicit in some kind of crimes here or there, but I'm pretty sure he's not too heavily involved. I would think, right? Who knows that he's not going to get pinched? But then again, who knows? But I think for the most part, this guy, he ain't dumb. He's pretty squeaky clean, I would think. I may be wrong. But again, back to what I'm saying, he's allowing these gang members to be in there with guns on them. And now he's saying he wants to abide by the law. He's glad he's a law-abiding citizen, and he will help the law enforcement. He said this many times, Instagram posts and everything, y'all.
I've never had a conversation
It's over with, man.
outside of getting pulled over and having them spend 5 seconds saying like, "Oh, hey, where are you coming from?" or whatever. I never had a conversation with any cop in this city.
It's over with, man.
Now, if it's gonna make my relationship with the local cops 5% better by me sitting down and just being like, "Listen, I'm gonna tell you whatever I got. You can take a look at the tapes, whatever we got to do, so that you feel extremely comfortable with knowing that I didn't have anything to do with this. Then I'm gonna do that."
Okay, so what's going on with Jala?
Frederick Jala is my real name.
Jala is giggling and laughing for no reason. It's really, there's nothing funny being discussed. No one's really laughing. And if you notice, Brick Baby's even like, "What is going on with you, bro?" Jala is having a psychotic episode. Look at this.
But knowing that I didn't have anything to do with this, then I'm going to do that. And I'm resentful of you for putting me in this fucking position in the first place. Not the cops, the people who committed the violent act. And I'm even more resentful of the fact that you didn't handle it in a gangster way. The gangster way to do it is to do it. And then you go to every single one of your homies, say, delete that fucking footage. Delete that.
So Jala's just sitting here cackling away like Joker. What? This is really bizarre. It's disturbing to say the least. But yeah, he's just sitting there laughing like a fucking, this is crazy.
Unless he already knows more than what most don't. Or than what most do. Because maybe he's clowning on Brick Baby right there. Maybe he knows. He knows a lot, y'all.
And I wonder how excited Jala is about this whole thing. This is probably, this whole indictment to Jala is the gift of 1,000 Christmases.
I bet.
This is what he loves when gang members go to jail so that he can profit off them.
It's time to make a solid $1,000 on some gang. You feel me? Right? Listen.
And they gonna get your ass, man. That nigga whole ass just came out. Y'all crazy. This nigga out of. Did that get on camera? That nigga lost his mind.
Hey, you still be playing Madden?
Bro, listen, bro. After I try to call football shit, and then I try to do Madden, bro. That's just
okay.
It's shot
in already, nigga.
What a lame.
Why do you play holes? No, or that was fantastic.
Yeah. Okay, you are updated. You updated.
What y'all gonna play?
We play Madden.
And so Jala's very happy that Brick Baby went to jail and that the Rolling 60s are all getting locked up. He loves this, and he's going to be making content about this for the next 5 years.
He's going to make $1,000, he said.
And the 16 as well. The 16 seems very excited about this. He says he's going to be documenting the whole thing. And he's been mocking the situation, actually. He's been making fun of Brick and Luz. He posted this photo to his Instagram. And, of course, he's getting backlash for it. And in response to the backlash, he posted this.
See a lot of people saying that 22 is the reason why Brick got caught up.
Fuck out of here. 22, you know what I do. I put people in position, put them on the podcast, give them jobs, help them make legal money. A lot of the shit that people are getting caught up for is shit, especially with Break. It's like, I'm not seeing anything that says anything about stuff that he's done in the last 2 years since he's been fucking with us, right? So, you know, end of the day, I do employ people from the streets. And I guess, you know, people from the streets sometimes get caught up in federal RICO indictments, whatever the fuck this shit is. And all I can say is that, yes, I may crack a joke here and there. I'm sorry, that's just my sick sense of humor. But end of the day, that's my boy. I'm standing with him. Loose, I got love for Loose too. We're going to be documenting this whole thing, helping him along the way, whatever it is. So anybody acting like this is because of No Jumper? No, No Jumper was the antidote to this bullshit.
Okay, so it's not even open for discussion at this point. No Jumper is being used by the feds in these cases. I don't know what this. So it just escaped the 16's attention that he's platforming these people to talk about what they've done in the streets. He's asking them all the time. So were you involved in the shooting? This is his entire thing. How could he sit there and say, "Look, I'm trying to take people out of that"? Then why is your entire brand based around their gang life? And what is the point of even hiring gang members on a podcast unless you want them to talk about what they're doing in the streets or what they've done in the streets? So this can be directly, this is, so for the 16 to say that he has no fault in any of this, he does. What? So thank you guys for watching this video. Make sure to check out the Patreon for only $3.
And there it is, y'all. Shout out Point and Shoot. Probably one of the best reaction channels, or, I don't even know what they are, right? Basically, the dude has an awesome channel, Point and Shoot. There's Adam 22, y'all, capitalizing off of this, and I don't blame him. He put these guys on the podcast. They want to go out there and commit criminal acts and then come talk about it. He didn't hold something to their heads and make them do it. So they came and do it on his podcast. He's going to make money off of them. And you know what? That's just how it works. That should be a lesson to everybody that watches this kind of stuff. Everybody involved in making content is that there's consequences to what you do. And then when you go put it on the internet, people are watching. And the feds are not stupid. I think somebody had said, is it because the new FBI is involved now, right? It ain't Joe Biden's FBI, it's Trump's FBI. Maybe this is why this is happening. And then again, this case could have been a very long case they're working on. The feds are very patient, but they're not playing games. You commit criminal acts, you should get put in prison. Simple as that. You shouldn't be able to run amok and harass people, shoot people, and then come on a podcast and talk about it. You're robbing dispensaries and whatnot. You know what I'm saying? You should, 1 foot in the street, 1 foot in the No Jumper studio. So with that, y'all, that's my long reaction to Point and Shoot. Y'all check them out if you get a chance. And remember, everybody, that's my take, and you ain't gotta like it. Later.